It's the first time in probably about 10 years that I've never had any time off in April, Easter holidays. Which the thing is, because obviously I used to take a fair few days or weeks when the children were small. But now that you wear mummy, now you just bruh, because that's changed. They don't really want you anymore, because the only thing, more so for the youngest son, is money and mates, and mum isn't in there anymore, so I can sort of carry on working. However, it's also come to my realisation this week that a couple of days would have been nice. Because it does go quiet in any holidays, half term, Easter hols, 2-term, as I called it last week, especially summer holidays, Christmas holidays, anything where the children are off, because people tend to go away from the place they call home and disappear for a few weeks or days. So it does, in any, not just high streets, but general business, general feel for the town, especially with 2 weeks off, it's definitely much quieter. So it's quite nice, because work, as much as work is very, very busy, it just becomes sort of a bit not so headachy because things are a bit quieter. So maybe people have scheduled posts, so they're going out, but sometimes people do just take their whole time off social media for personal and business and just switch off. And there are times I would like to throw my phone over a vessel in a sea and chuck it. But I'm sure every small business would like to do the same, but that would be very difficult for me, because that's what the premise of my business is constantly having my phone in my hand. But there are times, especially over the last nearly 12 years, where having a device in your hand all the time, from the time you wake up to sort of 8 o'clock at night, I do need to switch off. I'm constantly looking for things that have been shared, so that we can keep all the platforms that we use, just not socials, up to date, and then it keeps refreshing all the time. I would love it if I could get with Meta and just go, right, can you just make sure this happens, all the people that I like, can we just share it forever? I've tried looking at some programming language, and it's not viable yet, because also Meta think that you shouldn't do that because it's like a spam, even though they wouldn't understand my business. It's just sharing the stuff that you follow, and if we could come up with some coding that could do that, and I've looked at AI as well, it's not there yet, maybe one day, just to sort of alleviate certain times of the day, would be great. Did you notice it rained last night? How rude. It's like I was in bed and I thought, rain, I've not heard rain for weeks. Because we have been lucky, and it has been beautiful. And last week, luckily for people, if they decided to holiday in the UK, it has been rather nice, so that's been great. Lots of friends show me pictures of them in the sun by poolside, so there's hardly any people. It's not annoying me whatsoever. But yeah, next April, I think better planning may be needed. One of our members, Marquis Insurance Brokers, we did touch that they had come back to us. They used to be members right at the beginning of the main deal, and things changed for their company, and they've come back in. But it's really, they sort of deal with insurance brokers, and they're a local independent family business, and they deal with all the SMEs, the small to medium enterprises, and things that sort of businesses that may not feel that where it's best for me. Who's the best broker that would just deal with small to medium enterprises, such as landlords, property owners, retail, coffee shops, restaurants, pubs, tradespeople, landlords, accountants, solicitors, medical practices, you get me, all the sort of smaller businesses. And Marcus Insurance their insurance is very specific, so they deal with small independent businesses more often than not. So they're a bit, I wouldn't say niche, they deal with lots more stuff, but they know and understand small businesses. And if sometimes people go in and go, the broker's been on the phone, we need to insure this part of the business, and actually Mark can come in and go, actually you only need to insure this, especially if he knows lots about when you're leasing or renting from landlords as well. So it might be worth a little chat with Mark if your renewal is coming up, or you are a new business that wants to look at business insurance. and what actually do you need, especially for PL insurance. That can be a bit, I used to work in insurance many years ago, and it can be like, actually, what does that cover for me, and do I actually need it, and for what type of business am I? Do I need public liability as well as employers liability? So it's always worth that chat, especially if you have a renewal coming up. Walk-ins today at Luna Aura, on now, piercings. It's no appointment needed. You can just walk into Luna. They are above the Co-op. You can access them in the corner before the greengrocers or round the back. They also have from 2:45 this afternoon the Teen Glow Up brow wax and tint. That's from 2:45, and I think that's on for a couple of hours. And they also have coming up on Tuesday the 22nd the SEND event in the evening. I have shared these this morning, so do have a look at my Facebook page or on the website themaindeal.co.uk. And they also have on Monday the 28th of April the lunchtime sound bath from 1 p.m. so do have a look. Have a look at Luna anyway. They've got loads of, they're interacting with lots of other people, other business owners, and using their fabulous space to incorporate lots of what's going on locally into one hub. So do have a look at Luna or Garforth, because there's lots of cool things going on. This Saturday at the Podger, Kerry Weir, part of the Nashville Sessions, is on from 7 p.m. at the Podger. On Friday, I've read yesterday, the pizza box is back at the Gaping Goose, and the Gaping Goose is looking lovely. New windows, but new rendering. Ooh, a little bit of a facelift. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? Well done, Joe. Easter. If you do celebrate it, not everybody does, and I get it. And also, we've seen a bit of a shift in what perhaps when we celebrated Easter, when I was a child, it was more probably about the religion side of things. And I know that that's not the case for everybody anymore, especially a mother-in-law who gets complexed and a bit bemused at the fact that the children are off at different times every year. I don't care really when they're off. It's just when they're off. But yeah, I think because she celebrates Easter a bit different than me. But we have seen a change, you know, as to how people celebrate it. And I'm always for celebrating everything to a degree as I'm getting older and less patient. And a woman in her 50s. Then I just see things a bit differently. And as my children are a bit older, by the way, still do chocolate Easter hunt in the garden. Don't care how old my children are. It's always going to happen. But there are places where it depends on what you want to buy for Easter, how you would celebrate it, and if you celebrate it. But I did put up a post earlier this week about the people that were doing Eastery things for sale. I think all the others may be booked up now, like Grange Chocolates with the lovely Sally. But have a look. Yesterday evening, I shared some information from The Obvious, which is de Michelle, and they had put up all their little Easter characters. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate. So if you're still scratching your head, and don't, you know, there's a chocolate up there and people have looked at it and gone, what, 106 quid? I think it is, £103. The cacao beans are really expensive. Chocolate is, if you look at the stats of chocolate in the world, ask AI, it'll tell you. It's so expensive. So he doesn't overcharge stuff. He's a chocolatier for a start. In Garforth, which is fabulous, but chocolate's expensive. But one guy who was going to buy, I believe, a big chocolate egg, because he was going to go away and see, or he's going to go away and see family, and rather than buying lots of individual eggs, take that, all smash it, all have a bit. Genius! I mean, I suppose if I went and bought one of them and just got a hammer from the shed to myself, that'd be all right. Think about the locals this Easter and buy local, because you're going to get the best. And then also doing lots of other things that I can add with me hammer. Bye bye.